All right. Ahava Shalom. Welcome to FullCircle Fitness. We are getting started with our workout. So thank you all for joining. Today, we're going to be going through a 5-movement sequence. That includes our warm-up and our cool-down in the beginning and in the end. All right, so we're going to start push-ups with a hold. Tabletop extensions is next. Side plank, shoulder pulses, and a pulse sequence. So if you joined us earlier, we went more into a little bit of a detail, but I will walk you through them. I promise you, you'll do just fine. So we're going to get started with our warm-up here. And our warm-up is pretty much going to consist of a basic movement here. So now with our warm-up, we're going to start with pretty much 4 squats. 4 squats here. 4 twists. We're going to walk out, lower down into a push-up, modified here, and walk back to standing. All right, we're going to do that for a series of 5 minutes. I'm going to get my stopwatch here, and we're going to get going. All right, beginning here. Again, 4 squats. 3, 4 twists. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walking down. Dropping the hips, chest to floor, and walking back. And we're just going to do this again for a series of 5 minutes. Just follow me. 4 rotations, activating the hips and joints, lubricating all the areas of the body we're going to be working out today. I hope everybody's feeling good. Have your water, got some good rest. And we're ready to buffet our bodies and get our temples in shape. Breathing nice and natural. 4 rotations. Try to keep these movements simple so there's no surprises. Nothing says a good workout than a workout where you feel comfortable and you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly the goal that you're going to accomplish that day. Good. 4 squats. 4 twists. And walk it out. Chest to floor. And go at your own pace. You don't have to move at the speed that I'm moving. I can't see you. But as long as you're moving and you're feeling like these are getting a little bit more fluid as you're doing them, you're getting a little bit more warm. Because again, that's what a warm-up is, isn't it? Right? Getting you warmed up a bit. 3, 4. I'm trying to alternate the sides that I start my twist on. Just for a little brain activity. You don't have to do that. I'm just kind of sharing with you little things that I do. 4 squats. 3, 4. I started on my left side, so this time I'm going to twist on my right. 2, 3, 4. And again, nice natural breathing. We're already 3.5 minutes in. We only have 1.5 minutes left. 2, 3, 4. Good. 2, 3, 4. 4 twists. 60 seconds left. Yadah Yahuah. Come again. Yadah Yahuah. 4 squats. No surprises. 3, 4 twists. Come again. Yadah Yahuah. That's right. Yadah Yahuah. Coming down. Walking it out. Chest to floor. 30 seconds left. Probably got one more round in us, right? 2, 3, 4. Twisting here. 2, 3, 4. 10 seconds left. Chest to floor. Walk it back. Excellent job. 5 minutes in. All right. Give yourself a round of applause. We already got our warm up in. And we're going to get right into the workout. Just do me a favor. Have some water. So each exercise is going to be timed for a minute. Do as many as you can within that minute. If you need to pause, it is okay. If you need to have water, it is okay. If you need to catch your breath, just come on back. And when the timer is done, the timer's done. Don't worry, we have 2 rounds of this. If you want to add a 3rd round, you can definitely feel free to do so. Time-wise, we do 2. But again, if you want to add a little bit more, you want to press the pedal to the metal, you go for it, most definitely. All of these exercises, you can add resistance. Bands, dumbbells, totally fine. Some people, I actually have a weighted vest that I use. You can do all of that, but make your workout yours. We're going to get started with our push-up and hold. So for our push-up and hold, we're going to come down to the mat. Now, this exercise can be done 2 ways, modified or regular. So, regular push-up is pretty much standard position. Shoulders stacked on top of the elbows, stacked on top of the wrists, legs extended, core engaged. Now, if you want to modify this movement, you're just going to drop the knees gently to the floor. Be careful not to stick the bum out. All right, so once again, you start in your regular position and then drop the knees down. We're going to do this for a minute and then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. So here we go. Ready and begin. Modified here, just demonstrating. Keep the core engaged. Try not to lift the feet or fold the ankles. That's bad for your knees. I know a lot of people do that. Not recommended. If you can't bring your chest all the way to the floor, go as low as you can and just make sure you have 2 distinct movements. Demonstrating the regular. Breathe. 15 seconds. Get ready for the hold. Holding here, lower and hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Very good. Have some water if you need. Moving right on to our tabletop extensions. While we're taking our break, Demonstrating our tabletop extensions. We're in a quadruped position here. Hips stacked right on top of the knees. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are stacked. Opposing arm, opposing leg movement. So here, I'm going to demonstrate with my right arm, left leg. Tabletop, elbow to knee, and extending out. We're going to do 30 seconds each side, all right? So again, this is opposing arm, opposing leg. We're going to begin in 5 seconds here. So right arm, left leg, or left arm, right leg. Ready? And begin. 30 seconds. If you can't bring your elbow to your knee, that's okay. Make your distinct movements intentional. Breathe. Last one. Switch sides.
Yeah. HMH.
It's okay if you need to pause to adjust yourself. Try to get 2 more in. And rest. Very good. Rest is going to be ideally 30 to 45 seconds. For this class, we do at least 45 seconds, okay? Have some water. Again, it helps to just revive you in between. Side planks are next. So for those who are not familiar with the plank, regular planks are face down. We're doing side planks. Side planks. Shoulder right on top of elbow. I like to open up my hand to keep me from teetering back and forth. Regular position. I like to have my bottom leg forward, top leg back for balance. But you can also bend the knees and have this exercise modified. All right, so bend the knees. Make sure you feel flat, like you would be flat against the wall. Stack that shoulder right on top of the elbow. And begin 30 seconds. Holding here. This is your modification. This is your regular. Already halfway through. Squeezing the core. Making sure the whole body is engaged. And rest. 30 seconds as you switch sides. Same rules apply. Shoulder stacked right on top of the elbow. Bottom leg is in the front. Top leg is in back if you're doing a regular posture. Knees bent as if you're flat against the wall. You don't want to have those knees forward. All right? Knees are in alignment with your chest. All right? Starting in the modified for you. And press up and hold. You can have that hand touching the ground if you need. Try to up your ante by removing that hand or that support. Great job. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Excellent job. Moving right along. We got shoulder pulses next. Now with the shoulder pulses, you want to give yourself maybe about a 3-inch window. We start with the arms extended in front, fist touching. We're really wanting those arms extended and engaged. And we're pulsing within that 3-inch space. Extending the arms out to the side. And you can see I'm not doing this. I'm staying within a certain range. When I come out to the side, I also try to squeeze my shoulder blades together, keeping my upper body engaged the entire time. All right. Here we go. And begin. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And remember, you want those fists nice and tight, engaging the forearms and the upper arms as well. Squeeze, coming forward, and rest. Great job. Feel free to have water whenever you need. Our last movement of our group is our squat sequence. Our squat sequence is 1 squat, 1 pulse, 1 squat jump, or squat pulse and sit. All right, I'm going to demonstrate both. But then we do 2 squats, 2 pulses, 2 jumps, or a pulse sit. And then it'll be 3. And then it will be 4. And then we will be halfway through this baby. All right, 15 seconds. Get your mind right. This exercise might make you a little breathy, but I believe in you. You can do it. I think I just have water because I like it and kind of gets my mind set. Ready? No timer for this. We're just going through it. Ready? Here we go. 1 squat, 1 pulse, jump. Good. 2 squats, 2 pulses. Remember, up, down, right? 3 squats, 3 pulses. I'm going to do 3 jumps. And last one, 4 squats. 2, 3, 4 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! 2 minutes. 2 minutes, catch your breath. This is a great time if you want to crack your mic, share a spell. I got some hearts, so that's good. You don't have to put your video on, but if you want to give a comment, feel free to do so. Let me know how you're going. Let me know if you have any questions. I do want to make sure that, especially when we do, thank you. I think when we do that squat sequence, I like to do the pulses because I'm working out with y'all. I want to get my workout in, right? So I do the jumps, but I'll tell you, up, 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 up. You want those to be active. It's almost like a snatch movement. You want that speed there to mimic and get that pulse rate up. You want your heart rate up. So just keep that in mind when we do round 2. And we're literally going to go through those pretty much the same way, no surprises. Now, with the side plank, I will show you one more modification, which is a rotation. You don't have to do it, just for those who like a little variety. We have 30 seconds, all right? So have some water, wet your whistle. We're going right into those push-ups. Modified or regular, 60 seconds, holding 10 seconds at the end. I ain't gonna hold you. I do regular push-ups, but going from the modified to the regular and then the hold, I was like, oh snap. Okay, here we go. Right in position. No delay. So remember, knees are straight. Drop the knees in for your modified. Begin. And again, make sure you have two distinct movements, a lower and an extension. If your chest doesn't come all the way to the floor, that does not matter to me. Two distinct movements is all that I ask. Make sure you breathe. 30 seconds in. Halfway there.
Greater is he that live in my chest than the one in the ends trying to put man to rest. I ain't fear no youth with a counterfeit crown. When the rule move, whole scheme get torn down. Test that spirit.
10 seconds. Gearing up for our hold. And remember, we lower down and hold, okay? Here we go. Holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Woo! That's deep right there. 45 seconds. Tabletop extension. So now I'll tell you, with the tabletop extension, I started with my right arm, left leg. This time I'm going to start with my left arm, right leg. I like to do that for brain strengthening as well, but also the second side sometimes has to work a little harder. So I'm just reversing it for the sake of balance. 15 seconds. Quadruped position. Hips stacked right on top of the knees. Shoulders, elbows, and wrists are stacked. Keep your core engaged. All right. Nice deep breath, 30 seconds, and begin. In the flesh, but the seed still win. He that's born of Elohim, watch how he walk. Every step patterned by the rule it talk. Whole world sit in the hands of the wicked, but we got life in the sun. And don't, when you start the exercise, if you feel you gotta fix yourself, fix yourself. Don't keep doing it wrong. You can actually injure yourself doing that. Switch sides. I find one side is more flexible than the other side, so I squeeze better on one side than the other. But that's okay. Your body differs depending on the side. One more. Very good. Rest. It's not our perfections that make us human. It's our imperfections, right? All right, next up, we have our side planks. So I started on this side. I'm gonna start on the opposite side this time. So now, modified with the knees bent, regular Bottom leg is in front, right leg, top leg is in the back. You can add a rotation if you like. All right. Here we go. And begin. 30 seconds. Starting to slide a little bit now. I'm sweating. Heavenly places, that's the place I'm sealed. Every spiritual blessing, that's real. Redemption through his blood, that white clean. Every curse, every chain in the Nazarite. See, I repositioned my elbow. It's better than doing it wrong. I was gone, I was numb, I was off that path, but he poured out grace, he poured out fast. Overflow can measure that in math. One more. 30 second switch. People hope in a heart that was caged up, sealed in the roach, I'm changed up. Praise God in the middle of the madness. Through Yahuah, he turned all of my sadness. Truth in the trap, yeah, we brought this. Truth in the trap, yeah, we brought. Again, modified. Regular. You can add that rotation. Ready? Begin. Nice natural breaths. You got this. Come on. We're halfway there. Don't give up now. Try to give me one more. Rest. 45 seconds. Shoulder pulses. Coming on up. Water, water, water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You were dead in trespasses and sins. Yeah, we walked in the course we was in. Prince of the power, the air on spin. Spirit at work in the children. Making excellent time. So remember with those shoulder pulses, really engage those arms. Stay within that window of pulsation. And when you get to the sides, squeeze your shoulder blades together. All right. Let's get in position and begin. Squeeze. Clench those fists. Keep those arms engaged. Nice natural breaths. We're doing good. More than halfway there. 20 seconds left. Breathe. Squeeze. Good. 3, 2, and rest. Woo! Very good. 45 seconds. And last but not least, we got our squat sequence. Squat, pulse, squat jump, or thrust and lower, right? 2 squats, 2 pulses, 2 hops, or raise and lower down for 2, then 3, then 4, and then our cool down. And again, if you want to add a third circuit, let's do it. I second that notion. Here we go. Squat sequence. Squat, pulse, squat jump. 2 squats, 2 pulses, 2 squat jumps. Demonstrating the modified. 3 squats, 2, 3 pulses. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squats, 2, 3, 4 pulses. 1, 2, 3. Going for that squat jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Catch your breath. Take a minute. Have some water. We're going to go right into our cool down. Did an excellent job. You feel very proud of yourself. So with our cool down, it should be a totally different vibe. We are taking it down a notch, lengthening those muscles, and making sure we stretched out all the areas that we've just worked out. All right, so with the cool down, we're going to stand with feet hip to shoulder width apart. Stand at your comfort level. If your toes have turned out a little bit, that's okay as well. We're going to reach up, inhaling, exhale and lower. I'm going to bring my feet a little wider. Good. One more. Good. Reach up. I'm going to drop that right hand and lean. Inhale, exhale, switch sides. Good. One more time each side. Inhale, exhale. Time turn and look into your elbow. We're going to stretch out that neck, especially with those shoulder pulses. We can feel that in the neck. Turn your head looking down at the floor. Inhale, exhale, opposite side. Good. Look into your elbow and look down at the floor. Good. We're going to bring that arm down. Inhale, both arms up. Keeping your eyes towards me. Come down. Bringing those palms to the floor and just let the torso stretch the inner thighs. Try not to drop the head down towards the floor, watching the pressure to the head. I like to swing side to side. Easing my muscles into the stretch. Good. Pausing at one side. Switch. Hold on the other side. One more time, switch to the opposite side. Now this time, I'm going to take the opposite arm to the foot, to the toe, and twist and extend. So I'm reaching over to my left side, reaching my left arm up. Inhale, switching sides, crisscross. This time my opposite arm is up. Great job. Inhale, lower back down to the center. Slowly come up. Good. Reaching those arms up above the head. Interlock the fingertips. Exhale. Bring those arms right in front of the chest. We're opening up the chest here. Just showing you from the side posture. I like to drop my head side to side. Good. Swing those arms behind you. Interlock the fingertips. Extend and press, opening up the chest. Great job. Release those arms. Give yourself a pat on the back and press that elbow back for a tricep stretch. Good. Inhale, reach that same arm up. Now swing that arm right across the chest and brace just above the elbow and give that arm a hug for a shoulder stretch. Rotating the wrist, thumb, and fingers. Good. Switching sides. Give yourself a pat on the back. Tricep stretch. Good, reaching up. Bring that arm right across the chest. Stretching out the shoulder. Rotating wrist, thumb, and fingers. Very good. Very good. Releasing here. I'm going to show you from the side. You can just extend one leg forward. Toes are extended up toward the sky and just hinging here at the hips. You're stretching out the back of that leg for hamstrings. You want to take that opposite arm towards the opposite toe. Good. Inhale, rolling up. Switching sides. Hinging here. And reach. Great job. Roll up. We're going to turn the opposite way. We're going to take that front leg back. Drop that knee down. Stretching out the back, the front of that quadricep. Now, if this is too uncomfortable to try to hold, you can lower all the way down if you'd like. We were going to get there anyway. Good. I also like to take same arm as the leg that's back. Reach up. Really get a good groin stretch. Pressing forward. Great job. Switching legs. For the sake of balance here, I drop that back knee first. If you don't enjoy this hold, just stay down because we're going to make our way down there right now. Very good. Getting that groin stretch, that quad stretch on that back leg. We're going to add that arm. Really sink into that stretch. A lot of us are very tight in our groin area, so be gentle with yourself. Very good. Take that front leg back, palms onto the ground, walk forward, and just drop those hips down. Abdominal stretch here. Good. Press back. Drop the head down in between the upper arms. Stretching out your lats. Those are the muscles going all the way from your armpits down to your hips. Great job. Coming back up. Quick seat on the bum. Nice and tall reach. Great job. Bring those legs out. Turn a little cat corner here. Reach again. Interlock the fingertips coming forward. Press. Good. Inhale up. Crisscross yet again. Opposite side. Nice natural breathing. Beautiful. Slide those feet back together again. We got our hip stretch. I'm gonna grab that ankle with the opposite hand and thread the needle, as I like to call it. Give that leg a hug. Woo! Stretching out that hip. Hips can get super tight. Good. Switching sides. Grab that ankle, thread the needle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job. Extend that leg. Last time, right onto the belly, hips down. Nice deep breath. Press your bum back. Drop the head down. Flex the toes. Inhale, press the hips up toward the sky. You can bend your knees if you need, but walk your palms slowly toward your feet. Watch the pressure to the head as you come up nice and slow. Great job. Inhale up. Reach those arms all the way across your body. Thank Yahuah and your vessel for all its hard work. You did an excellent, excellent job. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you for working out and fitness and fellowship with me today. And thank you, ladies, for joining me. Until next time, we're definitely going to be getting together regularly. So take these exercises, do them until the next time. So that way, if you have any questions, concerns, some feedback that you like, feel free to message me at any time. I'm always happy to hear from you. And this is why I do it. I could do this by myself, but I prefer to do it with you. So have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. Yahuah bless and keep you, and Ahava Shalom.
Worked up a sweat. Hello, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. It was a reminder of how fit I am not.
But you know what? If it's not challenging, I need to step it up. So the point is to see where you're at. And that's why I try to give the modifications as well, so that we can gauge. Like for me, I always like to start with the modification number one because it's a good demonstration. But it kind of warms me up to doing the regular. So plus, you know, I feel like there's certain things, especially as a woman, I don't know how many push-ups I really want to be doing, you know, if I want to keep, you know, it's nice to, push-ups are really great muscularly, but, you know, doing this for so long, it can really take your bust away, and kind of what makes you a girl.
I don't have no problem taking mine away.
I hear that. I know that's right. I know that's right. But, you know, it's just, you know, there's different ways of doing it, but push-ups are great for full total arm and chest toning. It combines everything, so you can't go wrong with them. But, you know, just giving an example of when I kind of like to mix and match with, I will do partially modified, partial regular, depending on what other things I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, but what did you think about the other exercises? Were there any exercises that were particularly cumbersome? I know that tabletop alignment is pretty, you'll redo the balance, but that's on purpose to kind of make you challenge your balance. It really causes you to engage your core. But anything in particular?
Yeah. I actually like that one, Nicole. That one and the squat one. I'm surprised I like that one. But like you said, I love the challenge, and I can tell if I was not doing a good job. If I wasn't shaking, I knew that I needed to push myself a little bit more, because that's one area that I need to work on is my balance. So I push myself until I feel myself shaking. And I'm glad that you said reposition yourself, because at times I did feel myself kind of like in a weird way. So I had to stop and reposition myself, because I didn't want to hurt myself, like you said. So that for those sidebar notes, they came in handy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I learned the hard way about the reposition. So I try to speak from an honest place. You know, doing this for so long, I've had a lot of injuries that now that I'm, you know, in my later years, you know, I feel like if I had been a little bit more sensitive to the messages my body was sending me, I probably would have less aches. But I still am grateful that I can move. It's just, you know, a lot of wear and tear when you don't make the corrections. I was just doing a basic exercise and it hurt. I had weight on my shoulders, and I was like, I'm just going to go and do it really quick. The bad part was I did the exercise just fine. I injured a totally different area that wasn't even related, where I couldn't even bear weight on my shoulder. because that's where I had the weight. I was doing the leg exercise, but my body didn't feel right in the machine that I was in. But I was like, well, I'm gonna just do these squats. But I could not move my shoulder for 3 months. So I learned the hard way. That's why I said, just take the moment to make the adjustment. Plus, it helps you with the more accurate your form is, the more you're going to isolate the muscle group you're looking to work anyway. So, but I mean, are there any areas where you kind of felt like one side of your body was different than the other side? Yeah, that's always an interesting phenomenon. You're like, dang, like there's one side I'm just so much more balanced. The other side,
it's my right side for me. I felt my right side was stronger than my left side. So I like the idea of during each set you switch sides, and it's like, oh, that makes sense, you know.
Because especially with the side that's less balanced, if that's the side you do second, you're going to feel already more unbalanced because it's a little fatigued because it still stabilizes you to do the other side. So it's still working, even though we are, moving on one side, there's one side that's stabilizing. So it's still working. But then when you start with that side the next time, it's not as fatigued. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just being fair. It's like, why I gotta always go first, But yeah, so, I think if anything, feel free to let me know if there are any specific exercises that you like. I can always reincorporate them. We'll see some of the similar ones, especially the more we work out together. That way you can, be like, oh yeah, I like this one. Oh, I hate that one. Like good, and good. They're all good. But yeah, so, eat something good. I had a little fruit cocktail that I like, just a little sweet treat after my workout. But then I usually have like a recovery shake or something like that to replenish, because usually I don't like anything heavy right after I eat because I'm still kind of hot. I usually just have my shake and then I shower and stuff like that. But I got some strawberries, some blueberries, and some cantaloupe. So that's my little treat that I'm going to have. Yes, ma'am. I see your hand up.
I was already on mute. That strawberry sounds good. That's my jam. My vote is the planks to keep that.
Okay.
Yeah. That really, I could feel the burn in that.
Yeah, the planks are one of my favorites because they are total body. Even though they're core centered, you're using your arms for stabilization. You're stabilizing. You are also that shaking. The shaking exercises, when you shake, you strengthen from the bone out, which is really like center outward, which makes it more, I believe, more whole body focused. And there's so many varieties. So we did the side plank. There's rotations. Did you try the rotations at least? Yeah. So yeah, those are fun. I think there's also full arm extensions ones. So I didn't try that today, but maybe the next time I'll add that. I try not to give you too many things to think about, but we'll take the replay and keep trying them and perfect them. That's why I like to record it, because then that way you can go back and perfect them as we go and then give me some more feedback. Yes, ma'am. Sister Avia.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do like the modified versions. I kept up with the modified version since I'm not really physically fit and I'm not used to working out. Now so I do like those. So keep those coming for sure. Now I did notice during this workout, because my knees is my trouble spot. That's the area, that's where I believe, arthritis in my knees. So I was doing the squats, but I only squatted down only to a certain level because I didn't want to injure my knees any worse than they are.
Exactly. That's exactly what you should do. Also, as you start to lose the weight too, it's just the upper torso weight a lot of times can add. Some of us it's our knees, some of us it's our back. It all depends on how your body distributes the weight. For me, I can have aches in my lower back when I get a little bit top heavy. Like if I have to tone up my tummy a lot, I feel it in my back and my hips. So where you feel the weight distributed is going to be different per person. But yes, you definitely modify. Like I don't even know if you could see, but I actually wear back support because I do a lot of flexion, and it just keeps me more mindful. You don't have to wear it, but I've been doing this a long time, so I think it's also very good. And with that being said, there's nothing wrong with wearing some knee support. You don't have to get the old-fashioned ace bandage, but just the ones that slip on, they will actually support your knees a little bit better. And I have the chair. I like I said, just to show that you can use dumbbells and bands. You can add or take away from the workout however you choose. I just choose not to use weights, so there's no excuses. But having a chair as a guide, or some people have steppers, it depends on what kind of equipment you have around the house, but you can have a guide. But that will at least allow you a little bit security too, because say if you're really sore one day but you want to put the effort in, you don't want to lose your balance and fall backwards. So at least maybe having a chair where you can literally just kind of tap. So it kind of gives you a gauge of how low you're going. But if you lose your balance, you can just sit down for a second. You know what I mean? So then that way you feel safe. And it's really also about safety, because nothing's worse than injuring yourself and then you can't be active for a little bit more. But that was very smart. So I could applaud you for listening to your body, most definitely. So. And I applaud you, Sister Avia, for pushing yourself when you really felt like you're like, let me push myself too. So I think those are both ways of operating in wisdom during your workout. So very nice. So I enjoyed this though. So we will be doing this again next month. I think it's going to be, I don't know. I think we're doing either the 2nd or the 3rd of every month. I think we have, I always like to try to give a date if I can. I think we're going to be doing the 12th. I try to make it on the 2nd Sunday or Roshan of every month. I think this one was this the 2nd? Yes, this was the 2nd. So I try to stay consistent either the 2nd or the 3rd, but I always try to post it ahead of time. So we'll pick the date. And if you can't make it, that's okay. I still love you. You can always check out the replay, but join us whenever you can. Please share with a friend, even the replays, so they can kind of see how the workout goes, so they know what to do. So, but outside of that, have a beautiful rest of the day. You earned a great meal. I know you're going to make something good, Sister Avia. Sister Avia beignet.
We'll see.
I know that's right. And you too, Sister Avia, as well. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I love you both. And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
We love
Shalom. Ahava shalom.